Have you ever witnessed a miracle? I was working the night shift at General Hospital as a security guard when everything changed. 3 in the morning, dead quiet except for the hum of machines and occasional nurse footsteps. That's when the ambulance siren started wailing outside. Multiple units, which usually meant something really bad. I watched through the lobby windows as paramedics rushed in with this little girl, maybe 4 years old, completely limp. Her mom was running behind them, screaming and crying, blood all over her clothes. The kid had been hit by a drunk driver while crossing the street with her family. The impact threw her 30 feet. I'd seen plenty of trauma cases working nights for 6 years. You learn to tell the difference between serious injuries and fatal ones just by watching the medical team's faces. This time, their faces said everything. Dr. Williams was running the code team. Normally she's calm and professional, but I could see panic in her eyes. They wheeled the little girl straight into Trauma Bay 1 and started working. For 40 minutes, I watched through the glass doors, chest compressions, defibrillator shocks, bags of blood being rushed in. The mom collapsed in the waiting room, just completely broke down. At 4:17 a.m., the machines went quiet. Flatline. I saw Dr. Williams step back from the table and shake her head. She looked at the clock and started to call time of death. That's when this homeless guy walked in. I'd seen him around the hospital before, always polite but smelled like he hadn't showered in weeks. Hospital policy said I should escort him out, but something stopped me. He walked straight to the trauma bay like he knew exactly where to go. Before I could react, he pushed through the doors and went directly to the little girl's bedside. Dr. Williams started yelling at him to get out, that this was a sterile area, but the old man just placed his weathered hands on the child's forehead and started whispering something I couldn't hear. Security was about to physically remove him when the heart monitor started beeping. Slow at first, then steady. The little girl took a gasping breath, then another. Dr. Williams stared at the monitors like they were malfunctioning. She checked the leads, reset the machines, ran every test she could think of. Everything showed the same thing. Normal heart rhythm, normal brain activity, normal breathing. The homeless man smiled, patted the little girl's hand gently, and walked out without saying a word. I followed him to the parking lot, but he'd vanished. Just gone. 20 minutes later, the little girl opened her eyes and asked for water. Dr. Williams later told me she'd never seen anything like it in 25 years of emergency medicine. The child had been clinically dead for 8 minutes. Brain scans showed no damage, no broken bones, no internal bleeding. Like the accident never happened. The only evidence was torn clothes and some scratches that healed within days. I spent weeks trying to find that homeless man, asked every shelter, every soup kitchen, showed his description to dozens of people. Nobody had ever seen him before or since. The little girl's name was Hope, which her parents said was just coincidence. She grew up completely normal, graduated high school early, became a pediatric nurse. Never remembered anything about that night except a kind man with gentle hands. Dr. Williams retired 2 years later. At her farewell party, she pulled me aside and said that night changed everything she believed about medicine and life. She'd kept detailed records of Hope's case, but could never explain what happened. I still work security at the same hospital. Every night, I watch the entrance hoping to see that homeless man again. Not because I need another miracle, but because I want to thank him for showing me something impossible was actually possible. Hope stops by every Christmas to visit the trauma bay where she died and came back to life. She brings cookies for the night staff and always asks if anyone's seen the man who saved her. We never have, but we keep looking. Some miracles only happen once, but they change everyone who witnesses them forever.